Hello, Tracy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. Let me let you know this. This is going to be an interview that deals with a sexual nature. Are you okay with that?
Oh, wow.
Of
Yeah,
course you are.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to ask you a series of questions,
Okay.
and all I ask is that you answer them without inhibition, and you answer them truthfully. Okay?
Oh, wow, yeah, okay.
Number one,
Okay.
what is something that you haven't done that you would like to try?
As far as sex, right?
Yes, all of these questions are pertaining to sex.
Okay. Make love in the rain.
Care to elaborate on that?
I've always had that interest to, just make love in the rain. The wet grass touching my body. Both of us are wet. Versus dealing with the natural sweat type love making.
So we are talking about making love in the field as opposed to just like standing out up against a
I would
building
say
or a
a
house.
field, in the field. My vision is a field with beautiful flowers, grass, not nothing high, but low cut grass, and then just going at it, and just getting in.
Right. Everybody has, or everybody tends to have a favorite position. What is your favorite position and why?
Well, I'm a writer. I'm I'm a true to the game writer. I like being on top, taking control. I'm a very dominant person in bed. I just getting all of it, every inch of it, feeling every inch of it, and just being able to just have it my way,
Okay. Now, getting that every inch of it, that actually is going to lead me to direct you to another question. All right?
Okay.
Does the size of a penis really matter? And if so, what's your perfect size penis?
Size to me doesn't matter. I hear, a lot of women that talk about a man having a larger size penis, but me personally, if you know what to do with your penis, and if you, it doesn't mean that because your penis is small that you're not pleasing. And I think a lot of males are losing the whole concept of pleasure, hearing these new things about, these pills that make you larger in size, and that's impressive to a woman. But for me, just having that natural love for sex, it's all about what you're giving in bed versus. Um, I personally don't want a man with a gigantic penis to stretch me out, and then I may get with a man that has a smaller penis that I would really want to spend the rest of my life with, and just enjoy being with that person. And I don't feel confident that, um, I'm large down there, and he ain't hitting no walls and shit like that.
Right.
So with if the man penis is big versus small, to me it doesn't matter, because if you know how to dish it out, then it really shouldn't matter.
Now, we're going to put you on the spot with your answer
Oh, dang.
by asking you, if you had to make a choice, which would you prefer? A 5'2" man with an 8-inch penis, or a 6'2" man with a 5-inch penis? And this 6'2" man is nicely built. Should I repeat the question?
Yes, you should.
If you had the choice, would you prefer a 5'2" man with an 8" penis, or would you prefer a 6'2" man with a 5" penis?
Let me lay on this one. I'm gonna think about this one. And oh, let me see. Now I'm putting you in the mode where you like my therapist right now.
Okay.
So I gotta kind of get into some positions, to kind of see, am I gonna be pleased to that person, right?
Okay.
So you saying a 5"
Yeah, the 5" penis belongs to the 6'2" man.
So
But
you say he muscular built?
Yeah, he's really nicely built.
Oh damn, that is like, that is so disappointing. Oh damn.
So are you saying that you wouldn't be satisfied with a 5'2" man? I mean, he's short, but he has an 8" penis.
The whole thing of that, I think, I'll go with that short one.
5'2" man with the 8" penis.
Yeah, I'll take the 5.
All right. Now we're gonna jump back to a question I asked you earlier because it's a 2-part question.
Oh,
When I asked you the favorite position and why, the continuation of that question was, what is your next top 3 positions?
My next top 3 is the 69.
So that's one of your favorites.
That's one of my favorites.
And we're adding that to you being the rider.
Mm-hmm.
Let's elaborate on that 69. Why is it that you like 69?
Well, because you're making me sweat. 69, for one, is my sex symbol. 69.
Mm-hmm. So you're a Cancer then?
Yeah, I'm a Cancerian.
All right.
And I'm born in 1969.
Oh, okay. So you might as well make it a triple threat.
I'm the true to the game Cancerian woman. And again, I would say I am a pleaser in bed. I'm very confident and dominant in bed. Very dominant. That 69 game is off the hook. That's a mighty number,
Okay.
That's a mighty number.
All right.
And when being on top,
so you prefer when
sitting
you're
on a man's face.
Right.
So I'm still in control. And then to be able to be in control of that penis.
Okay. Now you see, with your explanation of your things,
Am I losing you?
No, you're not losing me. It's making me where I have to come back. Like,
Okay.
we still have, 2 more positions to go. But with this dominant thing that you got going on, have you ever had a partner that was dominant towards you? I mean, I'm sure that you seeing that you do like to dominate, have you ever had a partner that was actually dominant towards you?
Yeah, and it's like it's a showdown.
Okay.
It's a showdown because I mean, my nature just goes all over the place when I'm in the bed with a man and he knows how to take control versus me guiding and leading him to the point of pleasing me.
So it's not really like a fight for control. Is as long as he knows what to do with you, it's like a mutual.
I mean, I just say, do what you do, and I'm a receiver at that point.
Okay.
You give and I receive, but I'm more into if a man talk the talk, he better walk the walk.
Got you.
Yeah.
Now, let's get back to those positions, those other two positions. We have you being the writer.
Mm-hmm.
We have the 69,
Mm-hmm.
and now you have two more.
Now I'm laying on my back.
Missionary.
Yeah.
Why do you like the missionary?
Because I'm a squirter. And that's the only time that you can get it. But I'm not a person that's gonna tell you where my spot is. You may just like digging for oil. And at any given time, you know,
You're gonna get what you're digging for.
gotta,
And liquid. Okay.
you know what I'm saying? And
Now, is that why you particularly like missionary? Because
Yeah.
it makes you squirt?
yeah,
Is that the only position that you squirt in?
that's the only position that I score in.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't had, that jackpot cracked or that combination cracked no other way.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
my fourth one is getting it from the back.
Doggy style. I was wondering if it ain't got no dog in it, that's no good.
So we ain't got no atomic dog. And that, having a fat bottom and just my ass bouncing, just bouncing and smacking and clapping off that, from that thrust.
Now, speaking of fat bottoms, would you mind if we have a look at that bottom that you're talking about? You did say it was fat, right? Just stand up and give us a little look-see.
Here we go. My jockey riding technique is so awesome. It's
And sometimes doggy isn't even mentioned, huh?
no, well, doggy. I mean, just to complete the whole package of my love making, you gotta hit it from the back. You gotta hit it from the back, like you got to be gentle with that ass, and then you got to put your Timbs on and get in it.
All right.
So if you can only do one, but if you're doing both, man, I mean, and that position is one of the positions that I've always thought that I would squirt in that area, but never have it been achieved.
Are you still looking for it?
I would like for that.
Okay. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Oral. Do you prefer giving or receiving?
I have to have a taste for it. You know what I'm saying? To the point that I'm not a woman to just pop a dick in my mouth. It has to be a desire behind that. It doesn't mean because you're eating me, I'm going to suck you. And again, I'm gonna go back to the lab of talking with women, friends, and we just having open conversation about things that we've experienced, things that just made us laugh, or things that make you go or just total disappointment. Hearing how men, everybody to just stick their tongue out doesn't mean they can eat pussy, and You know, like you just have men that just think because they stick their tongue out, and it looks like to me a cat can eat pussy better than that. You know, just you sticking your tongue out, and I'm like a woman just supposed to just unzip her pants, drop her like, okay, you can just eat my pussy, and I just and I've had some girl talk and just cracking the fuck up. Like, you just licking pussy. You ain't even eating it. Ain't making me do the Harlem shake and shit that just like I done got electrocuted or something.
Right.
And, the motherfucker that ate your pussy good when your knees is shaking and shit. You
Right.
won't even hit
Right.
make you do the butterfly.
Right.
So, I don't like to just take a man there, just like I wouldn't just dive down and suck his cock. I'm just in my mind. I'm thinking like when you go down, please know what you're doing.
Okay.
That type thing.
Now, the continuation of that question is your oral game. What would you say your rating is? 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
I can say I'm about a 7, 8.
Now, that's your rating.
That's my rating.
The person that's receiving this pleasure, have you ever heard their rating?
I mean, I don't even have to hear rating because it's just the reaction of,
That, you know what? That's some grown woman. That's some grown woman stuff like that. You don't have to hear the rating.
You don't have to hear the rating.
You already know what it is.
But just the reaction
Right.
of.
It's good enough. You don't even need to go no further. Next question. Have you we did talk about dominant and submissive earlier. Have you ever engaged in bondage and discipline?
No, but I've been asked to do it.
And what are your thoughts on that?
I'm scared to death because, okay, here's the thing. I had posted this ad in the newspaper. I was getting all of these weird calls. And it was so funny because I'm like, this is a job ad. And I'm getting calls about sex. So I'm like, oh my God. This Caucasian lady, she called me and she was asking me about, dominatrix. And I was like in my early 30s. Hearing, about this word dominatrix and really getting the insight. It was so intriguing to me that I was Googling this word to find out what the fuck is it and what do I do? And so she said that she had a husband that was like 80-something years old and she had a young stud. And she wanted, like at times she goes off with this stud and she needs someone to occupy her husband's time. So she said he likes dominatrix. She was just like trying to push it on me, and I'm more intrigued to listen. Any other day I would have hung the phone up, but because I was so intrigued about knowing what this dominatrix is and what do you do. And she was telling me about like he likes for his head to, like be like dunked in the bathtub, and she likes for me to beat on, he likes to be beat on, and and I'm now in the back of my head, his age is my focus. Like, I will beat his ass to the point that I will be in jail for murder because in my mind, I think, I'm going to pleasure this man, but you want me to do some roughhouse stuff to you, then I will beat your ass.
So if you did go into that field of bondage and discipline, it would have to be you are the dominatrix. It wouldn't be you're on the receiving end, like you're receiving the discipline.
Oh, I'm kicking ass. I'm spanking ass. I'm snatching hair.
Wow.
I'm walking dogs.
So there's no receiving for you. There's no receiving for you. You don't want.
Because I don't like all that pain. I bruise easily, so I'm just not into getting whooped with no tassels and paddles and shit like.
Okay, well, let's take it down a notch. How about mild spanking on that, nice ass that you have?
I like for my ass to be kissed and licked and just, this is a gentle type environment.
No
when
spanking.
you touching my ass, I done got enough ass whoopings when I was a kid. You got to love this ass. This ass been, taken care of, so you can't do nothing but just love this. I can't accept it no other way.
Okay. Would you consider yourself a freak? Or would you consider the sex you have like kinky or normal? That'll decipher whether you're a freak or not.
It all depends on the environment. It all depends on. I'm a person in bed that when I get going, we're not gonna stop until he busts.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he busts, I want some more. You might be laying there trying to calm your heart rate down, and I'm laying there just waiting for round 2, 3, however many rounds I can get out your ass.
In other words, you're a freak. Or could be considered a freak.
If that's what you want to call it, I think we all have
that's what
freak
we
in
would.
us.
Yeah.
It's really no shame because
There's no shame at all.
I'm not a virgin, so I'm like some more. Dick is a beautiful thing.
There you go. When your guy comes, would you prefer it inside of you, outside of you, in your mouth, or let's say, do you even believe in facials?
I've never had facials.
Is there a reason for that?
I mean, if I ain't giving you the golden shower, I'm not letting you.
Wait, well, hold on. What does cum have to do with golden shower?
Well, I mean,
you shouldn't even be comparing those two. It's more like, say for instance this. I would rather you compare a man giving you a facial to, say for instance, if your man is going down on you and you reach that point where you squirt in his face. That's not pee in his face. It's your female ejaculation.
yeah, and again, I don't want you to bust one in my face.
So there is a preference.
Because when the times that I have squirt, you see this thing shoot over heads and shoulders. I mean, it ain't never caught nobody's face. So I just ain't about to walk around with nobody's nut on my face. I'm sorry. My mouth, sucking in this one thing, and and juggling my own spit game. I mean, that's cool, but I don't want nothing in my mouth. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I don't want nothing in my mouth. The pussy is fine for me because I can go and sit in a tub. I can sit on the toilet and push it out. I can douche and get it out. But to have it squirt in my face and then on my eyelashes and then my hair smelling like balls and and then as far as my mouth, I know in my mind I've done this, and then they have to turn around and kiss your kids and grandkids and family members, so I don't want to have no cunt breath.
No, this is why
No.
the invention of toothpaste and Listerine.
But I don't want no cunt breath. I don't want it. I mean,
So
okay.
you're not a swallower.
No, I'm not swallowing.
You've never swallowed?
No.
Wow.
No.
That's deep. That's deep.
Well, dig a hole, and how deep do you want it? Because I'm not swallowing.
I got you. I got you. How about outside on your belly or breasts, your ass, your back?
I like it on my ass. I mean,
So it's all right to be on the...
hearing it, feeling it like, like if you got a water gun and you squirting that water gun at a raw ass and pew, pew. Right. That's what it felt like. But I like to see a man's face expressions when they come. I like to see that. I like to... I just like to watch their body, and all of these fucked up faces that they make. Like, for us, it's like, we like, and it's just so soft and sensual. But for these men, they, you can see some fucked up faces that you can probably do a selfie on and post,
Right.
It's nothing sexy behind them face expressions, so I like to see it because I know that their body is going through something.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Who do you think gets the most pleasure out of sex, you or your partner?
Well, let me sit up on this one. I'm getting mine. I'm gonna get mine.
Right.
So you better get yours.
Wow.
Is that selfish?
Well, it could be.
Even if you couldn't make me come, I'm gonna make myself come. Because I'm gonna get my funky off regardless.
Here's an interesting one.
Oh, Lord.
You're with your mate.
Okay.
If someone walked in on you while you were having sex with your mate, would you stop or continue?
First of all, I'm not going to be on no one's turf where someone can just walk in on me.
All right, hold on. Because I sense where this is going. I am actually asking this question as if though, say for instance, you and your family was on vacation.
Okay.
You're in an open to the outside hotel, right? That leads off to the beach. You and your mate are in your quarters, making love, having sex, whatever. And your sister or your sister's friend walked in and you guys were engaged in sex. Is it something that would make you immediately stop, or can you sense yourself possibly continuing if it's that good?
Now, when I'm thinking of two of my positions that I love, like the ratter and the doggy style, I wouldn't stop.
Good. That's what we were looking for.
I'm not stopping. Damn it, you better take some notes.
Ever had sexual contact with the same sex?
I'm scared to death. I have been approached by numerous females. At one time, I used to do a lot of male and females here, and the female dancers, like, they would do a lot of things to try to provoke me.
Basically hitting on you.
Yeah, and telling me what they'll do and licking out their tongues. If I was the type that would indulge with someone of the same sex, they would have to be like me, girly, everything feminine about them. I ain't washing no woman's drawers and your Timberland boots, sitting in tennis shoes all lined up, and you're walking around with clothing that men wear.
If it was to happen, it would have to be a feminine.
It would have
woman.
to be a femme.
Right.
It would have to be, and it would have to be a woman that is new to it like I am.
Right.
it would have to be someone that would be like a first, just this being selective of what you're doing, how you doing, and who you're doing it with.
Ever experienced a threesome or a menage a trois? And if not, would you consider it?
The threesome that I want to experience is me and two men.
Okay, that was the next question.
I don't.
Is there a preference of 2 women, 1 man, or 2 men, 1
Because
woman?
you know, when I hear guys are so into jumping on the bandwagon of knowing that the woman is interested in another woman, and they like, oh, open it, come bring her on in, she come on, you know. But it's like, can you accept me wanting to be with another man of my preference? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that would be my challenge, to want to challenge a man to say, if you okay with me sleeping with you and another woman, then why not you and a man of my choice? Can you handle that?
Yeah.
So I know that will never happen.
Okay. 20% of women think about sex every day or several times a day. How often do you?
I'm gonna take these glasses off. Now, can you repeat the question again, sir?
20% of women think
Okay.
about sex every day or several times a day. How often do you think about sex?
All the time. All the time. I mean, if when you with a person that you enjoy being intimate with, to me that's a beautiful thing, because you guys can share, and especially if you trust that person, whether it's male or female, you know that you can enjoy your sex a whole lot better, and you can just be open. I mean, I like open love making. I don't like, to know that I'm sharing with another person, and then that it's just I'm taking back seat. I'm not a backseat person, so repeat the question again, please, sir.
The question is, let's just keep it simple. How many times per day do you think about sex?
You see how that thought just
Yes.
throw me on the other side
Yeah.
of the fence? Okay, because I was thinking about it. I just think it should be a crime against having dick laying in your bed, laying just around your period, and you ain't putting it to no use. So that's just telling you how much I like it. I mean, I love it. I mean, I could be washing the dishes and some damn heels. That meant if I got a dress on, 9 times out of 10, if I'm in the house, ain't no panties on under. So you better get it. You better get it, because it's ready.
It's ready.
And all the damn time. Oh,
You've answered the question.
next question, please.
Name 3 things you do that you know your partner really enjoys.
I know that being able to have it their way, just being able to see this trapping body that is like, okay, I can have this my way right now. And
No,
like,
this is not 3 things you that you enjoy. I want you to give me
I was
3
trying
things.
to change put the answer,
No.
Okay, you
3
call
things that you know your partner really enjoys.
Head.
1.
The head.
Okay.
The rag.
He enjoys the ride game.
Rag and hitting it from the back. Yeah.
Anal sex. Yes or no? Try or pass?
I pass. Leave my asshole alone. Leave my asshole alone. I don't want to have to be trying to get no tuck pads and tucking them in the crack of my ass because it's on fire. Now, I'll pass on
What
that.
are your thoughts on self-masturbation?
Well, it's funny you asked me that because I didn't learn about masturbation until I got in my 30s. Like, I want to say like my mid 30s.
Wow.
And I was, having a girl night out, and two of them was talking about, vibrators. So I'm like, vibrators, this and this and that, and one of them made a joke that one of my friends had on a butterfly. I guess they were like these panties that were these straps that you stick your legs in like
Right.
panties, and then the butterfly constantly massages her clit. And she, let me see, I know my jeans is kind of a little tight here,
Take
and
your time.
I'm getting
Yeah, are you? Wow. That's
getting a
that's
little,
nice. That's
it's
nice.
getting, the pom-pom is getting a little moist, but she had this like straps that you stick your legs in, and then there was this actual shape of a butterfly, and this thing was, and she had it on, and she was just like, um,
Well, go ahead. What was she like?
she was, she was just like, oh my goodness.
Wow. Continue your explanation.
she was sitting on the picnic table, and she was just kind of like, she was rocking. Wait a minute, let me kind of get up. She was just rocking like.
Word.
And so
Wait a minute. You say picnic table, so this was taking place out?
She was sitting.
This was outside.
We was having a cookout. It was all women and it was kids.
Wow.
And one of my friends made a comment like, you got on, you probably wearing that damn butterfly. Did you wash your hands? So we was like laughing, and I was kind of clueless to what it was. And she was sitting. Let me see. And my jeans is extremely tight, so excuse me, please. But she was sitting on the end of the table, and she's real pigeon-toed, so her toes was going in like this, and she was just like, she was rocking on this.
Oh, Lord.
And she was so, and she was like, girl, I know you got that damn butterfly on, and I'm like, butterfly? And she was like, I ain't got on no butterfly, and this, you know what I'm talking about. So she was kind of brushing it off. So a couple of us, we done slid over like, you got on a what?
Right, you didn't know what a butterfly was. Right.
So now I'm picturing myself, I'm like, can you go to work with it? She's like, girl, but she didn't give me all the details now. Like, you can wear this thing all the time. Now, what if you come? Can it get like a little shock?
Lord, God.
That's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for a shot. So they was telling me. So now I'm interested in knowing about just the vibrator, period. So they're like, you ain't never used no vibrator. So one, I'm almost said her name, but she had this little vibrator in her purse. It almost looked like a little flashlight, but it was a vibrator, and it was in a color that you probably, if you saw it in her purse, you never thought it was, a vibrator. So I just wanted to know, like, what does this vibrator do? Because, I'm frowning like it's all nasty, like I don't do those type of things. I get this vibrator. My very first one that I tried was this bullet. And I had to kind of like, put on a porn and kind of psych myself up, get into this toy. But it wasn't enough. I just needed some dick. So, but it's a good thing, even just the thought with just a toy, period, because it's something that you can put away. It ain't gonna cheat on you. It ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't gonna cheat on you. You know where it's at all times. You know, you put in a little satin cloth and tuck it away somewhere, you know, and nobody knows. And when you want to pleasure yourself, you can go get it. Or when you know, Jim Bob get on your nerve, or, you know, you can just do, okay. And then I'm gonna tiptoe on into the bathroom, and, you know, the sales clerk, she asked, she was like, can I ask y'all a question? And I'm like, yeah, you know, what's up? And she was like, when you use your toys, do you use your toys, do you let your man watch you use your toys? Do you let your man use your toys? And I'm like, oh, hell no. That was like the first thing. Hell no. Because that's for me.
Okay, so you don't believe... This leads into another question that I had.
Then let's lead it.
Have you ever masturbated with an audience? I'm kind of glad that you went into the details that you went with the toys, because I would have never heard that. I was actually talking about self-masturbation with your hands, but you gave me the toy thing. Is the hand masturbation a thing that you don't do because of toys?
I have a friend that we share a lot of things, and we talk about, you know, masturbating versus using a toy. She prefers the hand masturbation, and I prefer the machine. And we kind of talk to each other about why. I think I would get bored with, you know, playing it, because that's what a man is for. Mm-hmm. To have a live, you know, finger or test, you know, the
something that somebody else is in control of moving and
yeah.
Right. So you.
Cause I've been and fell asleep with, you know.
Oh boy.
I fell asleep with my.
Right.
You know, like, what the hell?
It is okay if a man masturbates you.
That you're going into that foreplay type, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It doesn't have to be like all the time. It shouldn't have to be all the time, because you got something else to put up in me besides your fingers, and I would like to, you know, you
get to
connect to my Wi-Fi.
Going back to, I don't want to forget this, because
Can I smoke? Because you get me all hot and bothered.
Well, that's all right. It's all right to get hot and bothered. It's all right to get hot.
You know, I'm trying to keep my cool, because, you know, I know that this is an interview. I'm trying to be cordial with this thing.
You're doing fine.
Okay. Let me get a smoke, please.
Having someone watch you.
I don't think I can get into it.
But what if it's for them?
But what about me?
Oh, you should get pleasure from that. I mean, it's masturbation. You don't masturbate without getting pleasure, I wouldn't think. And if you're gonna do that, that's taking care of the pleasure part. But the viewing part is the pleasure for that person watching you.
It all depends on the person and what they bring out of me. Because, you know, I could be, you know, sometime how you may be intimate with someone and you be kind of shy and bashful, and you don't just let it all out.
Oh, okay. Well, you're talking about somebody that you might, all right, you know, they haven't been together for very long. I'm talking about your mate. This is somebody that you are in a relationship with, and you've been in a relationship with them for a while, and they want to actually watch you masturbate until you come.
Would I let him do it, is what you're saying?
Yes, would you let him watch you?
I think I would. I've never tried that. Like I said again, I think that toys and masturbation for me, I think that's when I'm having some me time.
Okay.
Because there's so many other things that me and that person should be doing with one another than you just watching me playing my damn pussy.
No, that's part of his enjoyment. It could get to that.
What about him playing with his balls and stuff?
Is that something that you would enjoy watching?
Mm-mm.
wouldn't enjoy watching your man masturbate for you.
No, because I want to play with it myself.
You going all off topic. We let's stick with the question.
I just want to just express that I love to see those beautiful mushrooms that is just like I enjoy it.
What are the most orgasms that you have had in one session?
I need a drink. How many orgasms have I had at one time? Including the vibrator too?
Okay, well we'll go there. Yeah.
Cause with the
let's leave the vibrator out of it.
Because that's kind of cheating. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And I don't want nobody to get offended and be like,
if a man gets offended by you coming more with a vibrator, then he's not thinking logically.
Okay. Now my first experience of having multiple orgasms, I was fingered.
Mm-hmm.
It was unbelievable. I was shocked that can happen, because that intimidated me. I never thought that I could reach that level just from a finger, and in my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was I was overwhelmed by that. But I can say I can't even tell you at that time, because that was to me the most times. But I passed out, so I can't.
Word. Wow.
All I can say is, you about to make me choke off my spit. I'm gonna take my shoes.
Can you give us a roundabout number? I know you fell out, but before you passed out, what was the number that you were close to?
The highest number was like 4 to 5
orgasms.
And that's when my pussy was saying, "What the fuck? What just happened, girl? What did you lost the fucking fight? It's just you fucking lost,
Mm.
And wow.
When was your last great orgasm?
When was my last great orgasm? Well, now that I'm up in age, my orgasms can come just thinking about it.
That's something that old grown woman should get.
Dark chocolate, like deep dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
So I eat this candy bar, and as I finish eating this candy bar, and within like 10 minutes or so later, pussy is doing this. It is doing like, it's like a heartbeat down there. And I'm just like, I am so fucking horny. And I'm looking at the clock and I'm driving and shit.
What made you get horny? Was it the candy bar or the sugar?
Chocolate. I learned that dark chocolate gets me like crazy,
Mm.
So I had, it was 2 for 1. So I saved this candy bar just to see if this shit does it again. And there it goes.
So you're actually saying you have a great orgasm every time you eat
man.
dark chocolate?
Man.
Wow.
Yes.
Have you ever faked an orgasm during sex?
To bake. You can try to make somebody feel. We women, we do that shit. And if you say you don't, you a fucking liar. Because for me, that's why I love to ride. I love to ride a dick.
Because you're gonna get your orgasm.
You're going to get all the sounds that you want to hear. You're going to get the chanting, the speaking in tongues. You're going to get it. You're going to get all of it. And my thing is, I love for my ass to be held. I love to feel a man, that masculine, them hands, palming my ass. So, I'm ready to have these open, right?
Okay.
To sit down on it. Right?
Right.
So, okay. So, when I'm riding it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then just to have them hands on my ass and this, like, and oh Lord, I think I done came on myself.
What was that?
I said, oh Lord, I think I done came on myself.
Wow.
Oh, Lord. This is an interesting interview because I'm nervous. So we're going to do it this way. Okay. So just picture, okay, this person is laying down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to have, how can I put them hands? Can I put them hands?
You can put the hands on.
Okay. Like that, like so. Right?
Right.
Okay. So this is the dick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm riding. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I like to do this.
And where's his hands at?
So them hands is like,
Right.
you know, and then you just, right?
Right.
So you gonna get creamed. You getting creamed.
Okay.
So that's why. That's why I like that position. What I'm telling you is, on that note, I can't fake it for that one.
You know what? And I believe you, because if you just had an orgasm from explaining it to me, I don't think you have a problem with orgasms in general.
No.
Yeah, so I could believe that. But have you ever faked? Have you ever faked an orgasm?
Yeah.
What was the reasoning behind that?
Because it's to make them feel.
I'm going to interject there.
And I kind of messed up. That was kind of wrong, because now, this, it's like in his mind, he think he
did something and he didn't. I don't
Right.
think it's relevant. I don't think it's necessary for you to fake orgasm. If you are feeling good, you're feeling good. And if it's not there, then he should know that it's not there. So maybe he can step his game up.
Well, to fake an orgasm, sometimes you may not be turned on by that person and you just want it to be over. Go ahead and fake the orgasm, you know? And then when they think that, bye.
That's overall,
And I think it's not fair, because
it's overall destructive to the
it's
relationship.
hard for men to fake an orgasm, right?
No.
Do you think? Is it
No.
hard for a man to fake? So can I flip the question?
No, because I'm the interviewer.
Okay, wait for Louis.
This will be your last question. All right? What are the first and last letters in the first name of the best lover you've ever had?
M and E.
M and E. Okay.
Me.
All right. Thank you, Miss Tracy. This concludes your interview.
You're so welcome.